What's up, friends? My name's Aaron Ciotti. Everybody calls me Ciotti. You can call me the gangliest of gangly gangles. Welcome to Monday night, whatever you want to do. We're gonna finish up the glide for sure, unless it catches on fire again. But that's not gonna take the whole night. So we're gonna do Q&A. Talk about whatever you guys want. If you're working on a rig, put it in the chat right now. Let everybody know what parts and pieces you're putting in and on it. And let me see if the text message I just got is, hey dummy, the stream's not working. Let's see. Nope, we're good. Yeah. If you're working on a rig, drop the parts and pieces into the chat so that other people can make fun of you for picking a VTX that catches on fire all the time. Or, you know, something like that. In the chat, Dylan Merck was first, Kevin Sumner was next, Richard Whack FPV, Riot 9, Frank Nicholas, JT Custom Knives, Northern Tier FPV, Jackalope FPV, Dylan Merck again, Raven 187, T-Bird is in the house, Demenis, Nathan, not going to ruin your last name, Chris Mel, Josh Robinson, Private Island FPV, Dogtanian FPV, Metal Dirtskin, CMYK, Scott FPV, Dan Richmond, Demenis, CMYK again, Ali Oop is in the house, Dogtanian again, Family Guyver Nathan again, Remy Tim, we're going to leave it there. If you want the gangly man to say your name, you got to get in early and say hello. If you want to talk to me directly, all you need to do is type CiottiFPV. When you type someone's name into the chat and you spell it right, it lights up in orange so that they don't miss your chat comment. So if you do that to me, I'll read your chat comment. This is my full-time job for the most part. CiottiFPV.com has a million ways that you can support me. The biggest help is Patreon. It's going to cost you all of $3 a month. That's 10 cents a day. You're going to get, well, you're going to get enough stuff that it pays for itself. So do it. Bunch of other stuff over there. Head on over, click some buttons. Make the gangly man happy. Dylan Merck tagged me and said, how you doing? Whack FPV said the gangly CiottiFPV is returned for another Monday. What will make him laugh? Who will he shout out? Tune in to find out. Nice Whack. T-Bird FPV saying what's up. Josh Robinson says what's up. CiottiFPV and all. CMYK says yo dude. Alley-oop says what's up. Family Guyver says what's up. Collective Kevin Sumner says wash those windows. Yeah, indeed. I love flying next to any kind of like a vertical face, which is usually a building. I really, really love how you can use that vertical face to like reference your motion. And what I mean by that is like when there's a vertical face off on the right side or the left side, either or, you have a visual representation of if you're sliding left or right, because it's going to get bigger or smaller. You also have a representation of exactly how much pitch you have on, because when you hit the throttle, the building is going to move in a certain way that'll tell you exactly where your pitch is, right? Are you completely flattened out? Are you nosed up a little bit? Are you nosed down? And that really helps. That really helps you kind of move around, and if you kind of keep your eye on it, you can really scrape the side of the building and hang out on there and do some real fun, almost like anti-gravity-ish camera moves. And yeah, it's one of my favorite things to do. I really, really, really love flying up and down and sideways and backwards on buildings. It's just incredibly fun. If you can find one that's safe to do it on, go try it out. It's really cool. Just as good is flying like under a bridge, for example, or like an overpass, because you can use the bottom of the bridge to accomplish the same thing. Just instead of looking at the right side of your goggles, you're going to be looking up. So yeah, having a visual reference up above you that's not the sky, right? The sky doesn't move because it's too far away. Having something closer, you can really tell what you're doing in terms of pitch and roll. Am I sliding to the left or to the right? You know, because otherwise you just have the sky up there, right? So you can't really tell if you're sliding around. You can't really tell how much pitch you've got on. So having something vertical like this on either side or above your head, it's a really good way to learn Matty flips. It's actually the way that I learned how to do Matties way back when, 4+ years ago, before I did them in a warehouse with a 4S micro under a folding table. Yeah, it really helps you figure out where to pick up the throttle. Although for the most part, it's just when your whole view is of the sky. Once your goggles show sky top to bottom, if you think about the up tilt, this is a bad example because it's a Cinewhoop, but if you think about the up tilt, as you do your front flip, you want to wait to pick up the throttle. Wait. This is the earliest that you really want to pick it up, because if you pick the throttle up earlier, you're going to be thrusting yourself into the ground. So you wait. This is the earliest that you possibly want to pick up the throttle, but you're not creating any downward thrust yet, right? So the actual correct spot, so to speak, is right around here. And if you look at the up tilt, that's basically got the camera pointing absolutely straight up in the air. Thus, your goggle view will be sky, top to bottom. And then you pick up the throttle, and it's going to arrest your downward momentum, and it's going to arrest your forward momentum. So you're going to come through here, and then it's going to push you back. Just one of those little tips. That's an example of what I teach you guys on the flight instruction, flight coaching over on my Fiverr page, or just message me, and we'll set it up. I don't know why this popped out. That was a little weird. I gotta get this glued back in here. Yeah. Okay. Kevin Sumner says, watch those windows. B-Man FPV says, what's good, everyone? Quadkilla says, what's up? Kevin Sumner says, butt clench on that crane. Yeah, I can't crane. I couldn't believe that I hit that. I couldn't believe that I hit that fucking... I didn't even hit the little invisible guide wire that was in there. I hit the top of the damn thing. I just picked the throttle up at the wrong point. It was just... Yeah, just a flight mistake. Quadkilla says, what's up? Mr. Lucky FPV says, what's up? I'm in here. FPV Trucker says, what's up, buddy? Nathan says, nice. Mr. Lucky says, hi. Metal Dirtskin says, building a 75mm whoop with the Happy Model ELRS AIO. Can't be worse than the Beta FPV one that burned up. Frank Nicholas dropping the link to CiottiFPV.com. FPV Trucker says, get her done, damn it. 661 FPV says, finally got around to putting ELRS on my Ripsqueak 3-inch. Ordered some 3.5-inch props, but they don't fit. Yes, I have the 3.2mm thick arms with the 12x12 winter mount hulls. I thought 3.5 would fit. 3.5 will fit. It should fit in the so it will fit depending on what TPU you use. You might have to... the 3.5-inch props come really close to the standoffs. So if you've got the standoff, but then you've got a TPU chunk in the middle, the prop is going to hit the TPU chunk. So you need to either like cut out the outside part of the TPU chunk. I've seen that done. So if the TPU is a barrel, you can chop out like that. Just leave the top part of the barrel and the bottom part of the barrel intact, and then you can chop a bunch of the TPU out on the outside, and it'll still be strong enough. Or have somebody design a different TPU mount for you. If you did so the propeller, if this is the standoff, the propeller swings right in the middle of the standoff. So if you get like a TPU mount that's low, where it if it's the camera mount, maybe it's got like a 45-degree angle, and then it's got the camera, the screw hole for the camera mount, that would work, right? Or you could put it on the top and have it hang down. But yeah, the 3.5-inch props will clear the standoffs on the Ripsqueak, but it might not clear whatever TPU that you're using. So yeah, we need some... sounds like we need somebody to design some Ripsqueak 3.5-inch prop TPU, because I don't think that... I don't think there's any specifically meant for that on like the BQE website, but if somebody designs it, I bet you that Bill from BQE would put it up on his Thingiverse page. The other thing that we really need is a TPU. Speaking of, a couple pieces of mail. From Joe Kurtzall, a bunch of you guys, when I said that I wanted to mount the Insta360 Go 2 on the V2 Ripsqueak, a bunch of you guys chipped in and were willing to print these mounts that'll do exactly that. But the problem is, I didn't realize this, but man, I don't like this mount design one bit. It's really flimsy in between the part of the mount where it wraps around the standoff and then transitions to the part where it holds the Insta360. And it's flimsy enough that I wouldn't trust... I'm not gonna put a $300 Insta360 Go on this. So like, I super appreciate you guys printing these for me. I really should have figured out a way to look at the print files a little bit I don't know. I just didn't. I didn't think. So like, yeah, I really appreciate you guys, but we also need somebody to redesign one of these, because this is insane. That I don't understand why this is so thin here. There's got to be a better way. So yeah, if any of you 3D print guru ninja beautiful people are looking to get a little bit of FPV fame on the BQE store, this is how you can do it. And then Rob Axelson, I couldn't think of your first name. Rob Axelson printed me out some as well. I think Rob might have been the one, although I think all of you guys at one point were like, this mount is kind of thin. But I know Rob definitely was like, I'm gonna send you some, but don't get your hopes up. So yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Super appreciate these. I just, yeah, I mean, you were all absolutely right. Like, this is sketchy. This is super sketchy. Rob also printed me out a couple of Glide arm protectors with landing nubs built into the bottom, which is super cool. So thanks again. You guys are super awesome. Let me get caught up more on chat. Mr. Lucky says, I want to see fire. You might get to see it soon enough. Nathan says, I'm so worried about hitting it and smashing/scratching it. What are we talking about, Nathan? What are you worried about smashing? Leave another comment, tag me again, and like copy and paste this comment, because by the time I get to your current comment, I won't remember what we're talking about. Isaac M says, just flew my first quad with smaller than 5-inch props. Said it was a 4-inch, but the difference is huge, and I think I'm hooked on micros yet. Yeah, the weight the weight difference is typically what you feel when going from a full weight, 600 plus gram or whatever 5-inch rig down to micros. And yeah, lightweight feels very accurate, but the problem is you don't have the throw. But some people don't care about that. I'm a big fan of the off throttle hurl of 5-inch rigs, and also how easy they are to build and tune and all that good stuff. But yeah, that's not everything. Whatever floats your boat, you should. Oh man, I don't know. It's a terrible saying. 661 says BQE's website shows 4-inch arms for the Ripsqueak. Says it won't fit the OG Ripsqueak, but all the other arms are interchangeable. Do you know why they wouldn't fit? No. That's odd. Why wouldn't the 4-inch arms fit the OG Ripsqueak? I can't think of a single reason why they wouldn't. And I have 2 of them. I have 2 of the 4-inch arms. Bill sent me prototypes way back when, and they fit the OG frame totally fine, because that was back when the OG frame was the only one in existence. So that's weird. That's very weird, 661. I don't know what to tell you. JT Custom Knives says, going to be laid up for 4 weeks recovering from surgery. Want to build a tiny whoop that's lighter than my Tiny Hawk 2 for in-house ripping. Any recommendations on build/parts? Yeah, JT, I've got my I've got a bunch of live streams of my ideal freestyle tiny whoop. So check that out. Go into the videos section, which has all my videos, and there's a little search function on the top. Just search for like tiny whoop or Whoop Wednesday or something like that. You'll find it. Basically, I know you said you want to build, but the Mobula 6 with the 25,000 kV motors at like $100, like, it's so cheap that you kind of have to get it, and then when the AIO blows up, replace it with like a Newbie Drone V3, or there's a couple new AIOs out. But yeah, the Mobula 6 with the 25,000 kV motors for $100. Like, you're only hurting yourself if you don't buy that kind of thing. I hate to admit that, but it's really true. So that's my recommendation. Just lost my place again. No, I didn't. We're good to go. Demenis says, what is the link to the Fiverr page? You can just go to Fiverr and search for CiottiFPV, or you can go to CiottiFPV.com and there's a Fiverr button there. Either or. 661 says, yes, it's hitting the TPU. Yep, I knew it. 661, do you know what I mean when I say you need to find TPU that's like scalloped on the outside? You can probably do it yourself, but it's going to look like hell. Yeah. Brian Jarvis says, what's your opinion on the Diatone Roma 854S Freestyle? Comes in under... I don't know any of the... of the bind and fly rigs, so take all of what I'm about to say with a grain of salt, because maybe they catch on fire right out of the box. I have no way of knowing that. What I can do, well, I'm not allowed to go to the website because my connection's not private. God damn it. No, come on. Nope. Come on. Try Safari. I don't know how to work computers anymore. This fucking your connection is not private shit is really starting to piss me the fuck off. Oh great, and it's doing it on goddamn Diatone too. Oh cool. At least this will let me. Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? Alright, here we go. What pisses me off is Chrome won't even let me through it. Like, in the advanced, it doesn't even give me the goddamn option to trust it. You know what I'm saying? Oh god, I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. At least Safari allowed me to, which is nice. So this is a pretty hardcore long-range build, in my opinion. The fact that it's got dead cat arms here... so if you're looking for a long range rig, that's what this is. If you're looking to freestyle or anything else, this is not that. This is not going to work well for freestyle. I don't really know much about long range. It's not my thing. So, you know, not only have I not gotten hands-on with this, but I'm not a long range guy, so my opinion of this rig just keeps getting less and less useful. It's on a 1206 motor. That's a tiny, tiny, tiny little motor, which makes sense because it's a long range rig. It's got an AIO, which I really don't like. AIOs are terrible. 20x20 stacks are way better. Individual 20x20 ESC, 20x20 flight controller on top is a much better setup, top to bottom. I mean, on a long-range rig, it's pointless to even talk about the frame strength because none of the frames are strong. I mean, at least the carbon is going in the right direction on the arms, so that's good. But yeah, I mean, with a long-range rig, I don't even know if there's a lot to talk about because it's just, yeah, I mean, it's just all you do is look at the weight, try to find the one that's the lightest weight. And then I have no info that I can give on whether or not this is a good long-range motor. See, I think I'm gonna stop there because, like, yeah, I mean it's just that's not a rig that I'm gonna be able to give you any actual. Mic is cutting out. That's great. Why? Everything looks fine in OBS. Check, 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 check. Everything is fine on OBS. Has it cut out since I've been saying check and talking here? Demenis says Mike is not cutting out for him. Same thing with Frank. Okay, so reload the stream, T-Bird. Brian Jarvis says Pyro sells it as freestyle. Just curious. Yeah, they're wrong. That's not a freestyle rig at all. There's nothing freestyle about that rig. Technically, you could fly it freestyle, but the second that you crashed it, it would turn to dust. And with those motors, it's not going to make really the power that you would expect from a freestyle rig. So, I mean, does Pyro have a long-range rig section? Like, do they just not have a long-range section that they can put it in? That would be my guess. Kevin Sumner says, isn't that computer running old version of Mac OS, maybe Chrome 2? If so, some recent encryption stuff may be causing issues. So they need to upgrade the resolve. That's annoying. Is there an update available for Chrome? No, not yet. We'll get there. This old-ass computer will get swapped out at some point. Just got to get wheels first. Yeah, sorry I couldn't help more, Brian, but yeah, I mean, if you're looking for a long-range rig, I would jump into the Facebook group called Long Range Hooligans. That's where all of the people that actually know things about long-range rigs hang out. So I would jump in there. Long range is a pretty specific kind of discipline within FPV. So yeah. Hope I helped a little bit, maybe. I don't think I did, though. We did mailbag. What is going on with my voice? I feel like I'm about to lose my voice. Curious. Very curious. Let's do some work on the Basher Glide and see if I can maybe get it done tonight. The big thing that I need to do right now is make a cable. I think sort of the only thing I need to do is make a cable from the flight controller to the ESC, and then it's all just nonsense after that. Oh, I do need to also get Walter Gromit and Mr. MIDI. What's the name of that show? Walter Gromit and Sir MIDI? No. Mr. MIDI? I don't know. Got to move the grommets. I got to put rubber grommets into the T-motor flight controller. So I'm just going to reuse these black ones that I had in this Pyrodrone flight controller that caught on fire immediately. Alright. And I don't know why I'm reusing these. I have about 7,000 of these black rubber grommets. Yeah, into the pile this goes. Unfortunate, but that's the game sometimes. So here we go. Let's get these guys rammed on in here. Alley Oop says, clear the browser cache and cookies. Clearing the browser cache and cookies is another quick, easy troubleshooting method. That may help. Wallace and Gromit, that's it. What am I thinking of? Mr. Smith. Oh, that's like a fucking... That's a movie, isn't it? Like a Jim Carrey movie or some shit, maybe? I don't know what I'm thinking of. Get in there. Stop being so stubborn. Come on, get in there. I've gotten really good at putting these rubber grommets in, but no matter how good you get, you'll still have one that is like a prick for no reason. Turn this around this way. I'll put them in from the top. That might not be smart. Let's see. Basically, I pinch them in half and just try to get it kind of started. And then I just kind of pull the rest of it through with my fingernail. Because you typically can't like push the whole thing through. Although if you use tweezers like this, sometimes you can just fold it over and ram it in there. Yeah, like that. But then I get worried that I'm gonna like rip the rubber, you know? Oh, to be overhearing this conversation must be interesting. Actually, I'm gonna put this one in from the bottom again because that seems like it's a little bit easier actually. If you push them in from the side that has more obstructions, it's more of a pain in the ass right now, but then it's less of a pain in the ass when you're trying to actually pull the damn thing through. You know what I mean? Probably don't know what I mean. I don't know. Just sit on the couch with these for 10 minutes and just curse at them while you're watching TV. You'll get it. Each flight controller is also subtly different, like the thickness of the PCB or the how they cut the holes. Like sometimes it'll, like with one flight controller, it'll be really easy, or like the if they've got like plug headers right next to the holes, it can make it a little harder. Just one of those things. Just one of the joys of FPV is putting these goddamn grommets in. This one's actually giving me a lot of trouble. I think it's because I did this after I did all the soldering. Usually I do this before. I did it this way because I had to solder stuff up that was like right next to the holes. And I think I just ripped that grommet a little bit. I'm trying to see here. Hold on. Yeah, I definitely ripped this grommet, so I'm going to rip it the rest of the way and replace it. Did I? Hold on. I mean, I don't think it would have come out of there like that if I hadn't ripped it. But maybe I didn't. I don't think I did. Well, what the hell? How did that just rip out of it? It came out of there like it was nothing. Okay, well, screw it. If it's not ripped, I'm putting it back in. I'll show you. I'll rip it this time for sure. There's a Tommy has a method of putting these in with like dental floss that has always been, I've always kind of like meant to try. I'm sure it works really well. But like I usually don't have much trouble. So I've always had that trick like in my back pocket in case I needed it, but I've never actually needed it. All right, last one here. The day that I get a component with the Roma grommets already in it, like, can you imagine that's your job? Ugh, at a manufacturing plant? Jesus. Oh boy. It's a rough life right there. All right, so those are in. We are mounting this thing upside down. And now I'm going to paint your silver pants blue. Now I'm going to make this cable. And I'm going to reuse the cable that I made for the Pyrodrone board, because on the ESC side, everything is set up properly. On the other side, it's the right number of pins. So I just need to pop a couple of these pins out and reorder them. The ones that I remember from last time are the battery and ground. Those ones are reversed. So I'm going to do those first. And in order to do that, I use these really sharp-tipped tweezers. T-Bird with a "that's what she said" from the bottom. Hold on, let me get caught up on chat. Alley-oop says, check the computer's date and time. That's good to go. I have it set to update from the internet. Michael Blade says, good evening. Alley-oop says, open the page in incognito. PC, Mac computer, open the page incognito. Beldorskin says, maybe the secret of, oh, that's it. Secret Life of Walter Mitty. That's it. That's it. Yep. Alley-oop says, date and time. SSL. Got it. Yeah, date and time's good to go. 10:36, October 18th. Brett Morak says, is there anything that would cause motors 3 and 4 to spin when slider 3 moves and 50% throttle needed? if you're moving the motor 3 slider and motor 4 is also spinning, yeah, the ESC has blown up. Yeah, I'm thinking it's a bad AIO. Yeah, all AIOs are bad, Brett. Yours is especially bad. Yeah, that's a blown up ESC. It's kaput. Fairly Functional says, "Hey bro, how's it going? It's good, man. Hope you're well. You're good as well." Demenis says, "Have you seen the string trick?" Oh, T-Bird's great minds think alike. Demenis. T-Bird with it. That's what she said. Orga A says, "Tutorial that shows to get him an easy piece of thread wire." T-Bird with another. That's what she said. Ripping the rubber. Orga A says, "It really helped me. Went nuts before. It's a few seconds when you get it right." Family Guy says, "I'd lose my job for swearing too much." All right, cool. We're helped back. Oh wait, no. Oh wait, yeah, we're good. Okay. More work for the other mediators. So yeah, I use these really fine tipped tweezers, and I just kind of go in here, and I have to kind of brace it against something, so I can't really hold it up and show you guys. But you want to get the wire that you're looking to pull out in between your index and thumb here on in your other hand, and then you're actually going to push the wire forward slightly as you lift up on the tiny little plastic latch. If you have a 5X loop, you can look at the connector and see exactly what's going on in there, and then you'll be like, "Oh, that's how I do it." And then you just pull it right on out. So get the wire you're pulling out between your thumb and forefinger. Use your middle finger to hold the little connector on the ground. Push the wire forward to get it clear of the little latch. Come on in there, lift the latch up as little as you can, and then pull the wire out. Nice and simple. No big deal. Ho, ho, ho. You'll shoot your eye out, kid. All right, so we want to go battery plus inside, and then ground outside, right? Yep, ground outside, VBAT on the inside. And to put them back in, it's easy. You just push it in there and then give it a little tug, make sure it doesn't pop back out. If it does pop back out, you might have it in there backwards, which I did. So spin it around, get it in there the right way. And sometimes you can actually feel it like latch in. If it's still giving you trouble, push down with your fingernail on the little plastic latches, and that'll give them a little bit of like downward memory, so to speak. And then you'll be good to go. Always make sure you pull on the wires a little bit, though, to make sure they're not going to pop right out of this plastic bastard the first time that you plug it in. Because that's an annoying thing to troubleshoot. Okay, so we've got ground and VBAT hooked up properly. Next up, we've got ESC 1, 2, 3, 4. I think those are in the wrong spot. I think I'm going to have to redo this entire connector. So telemetry is pink, current is yellow. Telemetry is pink, current is, yeah, I'm going to have to pull these all out. I'm going to have to pull every single one of these out. They're all wrong. So let's just do that real quick. Thumb and forefinger on the wire. I mean, you can do it either way. You can do your thumb and middle finger on the wire and use your pointer finger to hold this thing down. Whatever. It's just, you got to have control over the wire, because you don't want to like pop these latches up to the point where they stay up forever. You want to be able to just pop the little plastic latch up the tiniest little bit. Because the higher you pull those, the weaker that they're going to be once you put the wire back in there. So you got to really be as gentle as you possibly can. These whatever the fuck these are, Molex plugs or some shit I think they're called, they're terrible. They're really, really bad. They have like a 20 plug-in service life. Like if you've unplugged and plugged them more than 20 times, the manufacturer's like, oh yeah, they're broken now. And they just, yeah, they're just not good. They're very small and they're very lightweight, which is why we're using them. But other than that, they suck a big bag of dicks. So, you know, there's that. Yeah, I'm sure, Frank. The the pyrodrone side of the of this um plug was pre done from the factory, and then I just did the Acon side of it, and the Acon side of it is definitely correct. I'll even double check it right now. Ground on ground, positive on VBAT. Yeah. All right. So now we've just got to go through all of these. So what did I say? Telemetry is pink. Although no, let me not do that. Let me do the motors first. So pink and yellow can hang out off to the side here. What do we got? Okay. Okay, so the motors are motor 1 is white, 1 is white, 4 is blue. 1 is white, 4 is blue. Okay. 1 white, 4 blue. And so this guy is up here, so I'm going to go white over next to the battery plus. Flip this upside down. White is going to be next to battery plus, also known as VBAT. And then it's going to be brown. Come on, get out of the way. Okay, it's going to be brown. And get in there, come on. Yeah, there we go. All right, and then next to brown is green. I'm just going to go under. Come on. There we go. All right, we got the green one. And then just to double check, 4 is blue. And then this guy, ESC4, is 3 in and pins up. Good to go. Always take a second to check that when you're doing these, because it's really easy to hash that all up. Under, over, and then over. Just like whenever you're doing this annoying ass shit, just like triple check yourself, because it's just so much more annoying to fuck it up and have to redo it. Okay, so current, and then we've got current, and then on the outside telemetry, and current is yellow, and that's going to go here, and then telemetry is going to be on the outside. Okay, so we got current going in, which is yellow, right? Just double checking again. Yep, yellow for current, pink for telemetry. And there we have it. Doom FPV is in the house. He just realized that his indoor quad had balls of hair under the bell from his wife and dogs. Yeah. Yeah, tiny whoops are a game of clearing hair out. Even the brushless motors make it way better, but they still get gunked up eventually. Cool. All right, so this side is for the flight controller. Make sure that's plugged all the way in there. Really, really, really important to spend a second making sure you get these plugs all the way buried. And then the other side, we're going to go up and over like I did on the Pyro drone. Okay, let's just get this seated down here. Why won't that go all the way down? What's hitting? Am I just not pushing down hard enough? Yeah, I'm just not pushing down hard enough. Okay. Oh, it's the motor wire getting in the way. Get out of there for the time being. Okay, there we go. Much better. And then this guy goes down. Good deal. Okay. So then these wires are not in that bad of a, like, they're kind of running the way that I wanted them to run. So that's totally fine. Okay. Just make sure this guy's sitting all the way down on these grommets. Yeah, that's good to go. And then we got this guy coming up over top. He's going to plug in to the ESC. Get that taken care of real quick here. Where is this? Actually, hold on. Before I put this all together, where is this wire bundle? The power wires that go from the VTX. Oh, I see them. Okay, so they're over there. I do want to route those a little differently. I just want to pull in these. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing right now, but I'm just taking a second to make sure that these wires are all kind of happy under here. And the other thing I'm trying to do is make sure that these wires don't cross. I try not to let any wires carrying full voltage, full VBAT voltage. I try not to have those wires cross any video wires. But we're good. The video wire is up here, and then it goes over there, and it hooks up to that, and then that's a 5 volt going across it, so that's fine. What is this guy here, though? This is another 5 volt. Okay, cool. So this is all 5 volt wires going up here. So this is going to be totally fine. All right, we're good. We're good. It's always, yeah, just shit like that. Like, now's your chance to kind of look at it and sort of figure it out. You know, have your little moment of zen. And then smash it into a goddamn brick wall, and none of it will matter. It's not true. It's not true. This shit all matters. Do it right the first time, or I'll hunt you down. Alright, so here we go. Plugging into the ESC. Okay. Alright, and now I did not spin this wire bundle up because it's not really long enough. Like, it's just barely... I can probably put one twist in it just to kind of keep it... keep the wires a little bit more together. That's probably a good idea. Maybe even 2? Until you start to really twist these things, they don't really get much shorter. Let's see what that's like with 2 twists in it. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That'll be alright. I always try to make sure that these wires are as far away from the flight controller as possible, just so that it has enough room to kind of move around. Let me pass this. So this is the plug for the camera cable here. Happy wires like happy trees, indeed. Family Guyver. So with this wire bundle, what I've been doing is stuffing the camera control wire down there. It's always a good little spot for it. And then what I'll typically do, what I've been doing is putting this under that wire bundle, but this wire bundle is a little short, so I'm actually going to run it over on this one. Just whatever you have to do to keep as many of the wires away from the flight controller as possible, so that you don't have wires banging into the flight controller, adding bad gyro data. That's the main thing that I'm concerned with. The other concern, though, is that this wire has some length on it. Like, we don't want this to get pulled out and into the propeller. So let me think about that for a second. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go under and over this wire bundle here. I would want to go like this. Yeah, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to cross it, and then I'm going to go under it. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this one. And then I'm going to come up over and plug it in up on top. And that way, it's all kind of, but see, then that wire wants to get a little too close to this. So let me put some up tilt on this camera the way that it's going to sit. Okay, now we're good. I can pull this tight enough. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's looking good. Yeah, I mean, just look at the wire bundle and the top face of the flight controller and make sure that they're not pushing into each other. That's all. No big deal. Is that going to be a problem? Am I going to be able to get a plug in there? Yeah, we're good. That's fine. Oh, all the lights are now on the bottom of this flight controller. That's kind of annoying. But if I mount the flight controller right side up, that plug header is going to be awful close. Nah, it's fine having it upside down. Let me check something though. Let me make sure that this flight controller does not need the does not need any buttons to be pressed. Like if there's a DFU button on it. Let's see here. Yeah. Update firmware. Wait, no, let's connect first. No, not with it on Bluetooth. Is that not hooked up to the goddamn computer? Oh, balls. Hold on. Do I really not have that USB hub hooked up? Oh, it's hooked up to the laptop, isn't it? Hold on, let me just do this on the laptop. There's nothing really to see. I just want to check something real quick. Stop telling me to download the new version of the configurator, for Christ's sakes. No, this isn't hooked up to the laptop. This is hooked up to the goddamn desktop. Why is it not? God damn it! Why? Why can't things work? Hold on. I'm gonna plug it right into the computer. That should work. Please work. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Please. Please. Alright, now you're pissing me off. Come on. Come on now. Why you gotta be like this? Is it not plugged in all the way, maybe? Is that the... Oh, yep, that was the problem. Well, that sucks. So with this flight controller mounted upside down... Shit. It's a little bit too low for me to get the plug plugged all the way in. This is on 4.1, Jesus. T-Motor F7 it's called. Let's update the firmware, see if it works. T-Motor F7. Not Acon F7. I bet you the Acon F7 target might actually work though. T-Motor F7. There's a V2? Oh, Christ. I assume it's not the V2. I'm going to assume that it's the V1. Still no 4.3, huh? And I'm on release and release candidate. Well, let's see. Nope, still no 4.3, even on expert mode. They are, Frank. Yeah, unfortunately they're too tall, though. For the hardware that I have in there. Damn it. I was really hoping to put 4.3 on this. Alright, cool. Let's see if this, let's see if I need to hold any DFU. Well, shit, man. I mean, if I can't plug that, if I can't get that plug in, I really don't want to change the hardware out. That's such a fucking pain in the ass. I'm probably going to end up mounting it the other way. Let's see what happens here. I mean, I have to do this anyway. Flash firmware. Oh, that's interesting. Board seems read protected, unprotecting. Do not disconnect / unplug. I've never seen that before. That's pretty cool. Looks like it's rebooting the board. Not doing very well. Oh, come on. What are you doing? Come on. Feel like it's hung up. Or maybe I need to hold down the DFU button. Well, even though it said do not disconnect, unplug, I think I need to because I think it's hung up. So it has been unplugged. Hopefully that didn't just brick the damn thing. Let's try it one more time. I think I remember there being a DFU plug on here. I'm gonna unplug this from the ESC real quick here. And I just want to take a quick look at the top of this board. So I gotta unplug the camera too while I'm at it. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing, but you're not missing anything. Just faffing about here for a second. So wait, which direction was this? I flip this guy back upside down. There we go, that's fine. Yeah, there's a big old bootloader button, so I probably have to hold that down when I plug it in. So let me just do that this time. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to mount this thing the other way. Basically like right side up, which is, I mean, it is what it is. It's fine. It'll be fine. Let me get the flash done since I have it ready to go. Holding down the bootloader button. Now it should be in DFU mode. And we're going to well, here we go. Hold on. Let me quit out. Here we go. Update firmware. It's in DFU. That's good. Give this a second here to load. T-Motor F7. Let's enable expert mode. We're going to go to development now. There's 4.3. Yeah, let's give it a shot. I have 4.3 on one of the other rigs, and it's totally fine. So it'll be fine. Full chip erase, yeah. Let's load firmware, and we'll flash. Good call, right 9. You're about to. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I think I only need the nightly version of the configurator if I want to use the new sliders, which I definitely don't. The only reason I'm putting 4.3 on here is so that I can use the so that I can have P gain in with anti-gravity. That makes a real difference in the throttle chop bobbles, which is nice. I'm hoping that the filters aren't all different. I don't really... Oh, are you kidding me, 661? Oh, fuck that. I'm just going to put 4.2.9 on it then. I'm not dealing with this. It'll only take a second to get the new configurator. Alright, hold on, god damn it. Go to the release website. Where's the goddamn nightly one? Is this new enough? 8 days ago? Yeah, it's gotta be new enough. Dirt, 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 dirt. Alright. Alright. Let's get this updated. And I have no idea, Josh. I've never used DJI. I've never built DJI. I've flown it twice, but I don't know anything about it. Too expensive for me. Not just too expensive, but I mean, there's a million reasons that I'm still on analog. Where the fuck did it go? There it is. Are you gonna launch with the old? God damn it! What? Where'd you go then? Kidding me? Come on, yo! What? It said 471, 1071. What the fuck it is? Hold on. Let me delete the old one. There we go. Okay. Now the old one doesn't exist. Okay, good. And then here's the new one. Oh, I didn't see this up here. Whoops! Man learns to use computer for the first time ever. There we go. Alright, that's what we wanted to see. Verify all you want, computer. I'm gonna get caught up on this live chat. Everybody's just telling me I need the new configurator. Chris Crofts has had ESC blow up and smoke a motor when I plugged in a fully charged battery using storage charged battery and smoke stopper. It showed no issues. I even changed motor direction is fine. That makes no sense, Chris. Smoke a motor, right? The only thing I can think of is something was like only a little bit bad in the ESC maybe, and then having not the full voltage, it survived miraculously. That sounds weird, dude. That's really strange. That's really, really strange. While that's verifying, let's fart around with this to get this goddamn thing mounted, since the whole mounting situation has changed. Wow, that's a crazy failure. Holy shit. Buy a lottery ticket, brother, because that's just nutty. Alright, so let's see if this is gonna work. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna run the ESC wires under the flight controller, which is gonna open up the extra little bit of space that I need for the camera to have good up tilt. So I'm gonna run these guys under here. I'm actually gonna I'll leave them twisted up. It'll be enough of a gap. So I'm gonna run those under there like that, and I might as well plug this in while I'm here. All right, get this plugged into the ESC. God damn it! Come on, get up in there. The flight controller, the flight controller and the ESC are gonna like both have to kind of sit down at the same time, but I mean that's fine. Jesus, man, come on, get in there. I'm having trouble getting it in, guys. Getting old. There we go. Okay, so that's looking good now. Let's get this ESC sat down, and then we'll get this guy sitting down here. So I think I am gonna level a complaint at T-Motor. I think the holes in this flight controller are a little bit they're not. They were drilled like 19 and a half rather than 2020. They need to be a little bit farther out because the grommets are showing that like they're kind of being forced inwards a little bit. Not the end of the world, but if you get this T-Motor F7 20x20, I would hit these with a little file real quick. Hit the outsides of the holes to make them, you know, from 19 and a half, 2020. That would be my recommendation. All right, so I mean this is a little bit cleaner, and I've totally got the room. So yeah, we're completely fine. We've got plenty of room now since I ran the that plug below the flight controller. We're all set. Yeah, so this isn't going to be as soft mounted as I'd like. Actually, you know what? No, the holes are too far out. Sorry, the holes are too far out. Yeah, the holes are drilled a little bit too far out. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Yeah, so the holes are basically drilled like 20.5, 20.5. So yeah, you'd want to hit the inside of the hole. Like if this is this back right hole, like this hole here, you'd want to file a little bit away up in here. Hey, beta flight's ready. Open. Raven is having a hard time plugging the IPEX into his Happy Model ELRS. Yeah, IPEXs are always a bitch. Dusty Joe had hell downloading the new configurator himself. 661FPV says not 10.7.1, it's 10.8. Come on, really? Oh my god. Really? God damn it. Brandon's Baked Beans leaves me the GitHub link. Thank you, dude. Well, here we go. I'll get it started. Mac OS. Really? 10.71 won't work? Come on now. Let's quit out of that. Thanks, guys. Redtail says FPV cycle whoop mount stack. Really low profile, so I might be able to fit the 250 low profile standoffs. Whoop mount stack. Oh yeah, I have seen that, Redtail. Yeah, that's interesting. I never thought about putting that in 250. That's huh. Yeah, I saw that it's in 26 by 26 separate flight controller and ESC, which is an interesting idea. Man, this, I'm a little weirded out by this, by how tight this flight controller is on these mounting screws. Let me just make sure I'm looking at this right. The holes, yeah, the holes are a little too far out. I can't. I mean, I can't ignore this. I have to open these holes up a little bit. It's not having proper soft mounting is just not cool. So I'm gonna take these grommets out, and I'm gonna hit these holes with a diamond file real quick on the inside, and then we're gonna put this back together, and it should be a little bit better. Everybody following what I'm talking about here when I say that the holes are drilled a little too far out? Oh wow, you can even see it. Oh, they silk screened a little yellow hole there. Man, it's gonna be hard for you guys to see. But they silk screened the hole. There you can see it. See how the actual hole that they chopped through there is too far outwards? Right? So that's not good. They silk screened it properly, but then they drilled it improperly. I wonder if that's all of them. It might not be as big of a deal as I'm making of it, but I don't know. I've hard mounted flight controllers, and it's just a goddamn nightmare. I've really only ever had luck getting rigs to fly really good and be durable, and be able to fly around with banged up props and banged up motors and shit when there's proper soft mounting on the flight controller. So I'm gonna take the time to do this. I don't necessarily know if you guys would need to, unless you're insane like I am. But yeah, I mean, this is going to be the basher rig, so it's going to get the shit kicked out of it, and I need it to fly with banged up motors and props and shit. So for me, this is worth doing. I'm not in love with the fact that I don't know. I was really hoping that this would be the flight controller that I could say hey, everybody, you should go with this one. Now I don't know, because this is having to take a file to your flight controller. That's a little bit too much like Kiss for me, if you know what I'm saying. It's an inside joke. Kiss's ultra expensive flight controllers, you needed to do this shit, or else they would break. It's like a fucking joke, man. I remember when I found that out, I was like, what? Are you kidding me? Fucking flight controller is like $60 or some absurd amount of money. I shouldn't need to take a file to it. This could technically also brick this flight controller. Having to file on these holes, if I file into a trace, this flight controller will be shot. And I'll be real pissed off. But I need this to sit in here properly. And I'm assuming that as long as I don't file beyond the silk screening, that we'll be fine here. And I can't see any traces, so it should be okay. But I mean, there's kind of no way to know until we fire it back up. And yeah, so I'm just using the silk screening as a guide here. And yeah, the holes were not drilled properly according to the silk screening. And again, you can usually, if you file into a trace, you can usually see it pretty clearly. and I'm not seeing it. So I think we're going to be okay here. But, you know, we won't know until I get it plugged back in. All right, let me do these guys now. Well, see, now this is interesting. According to the silk screening on this one, I need to file the outside of this hole. And I didn't get this one quite enough. So let me just hit this one a little bit more here. Alright, I'm trying to remove like as little material as possible. This is ridiculous. Yeah, I can't run the taller grommets, Frank. It's just not. I just can't. Yeah, maybe that's why they give the taller grommets though. No, actually it's not, because if you're still, it would still be an issue. It would still be a problem. Yeah. Well, I can like kind of dry fit it on these and see what it looks like. So if I center all 4 of these, yeah, you can see it. You can definitely see it. So with that centered up like that, yeah, I do need to go out. So the silk screening is correct. The silk screening is absolutely correct. So I'm just going to use the silk screening as my guide. Which actually makes this a lot easier, which is kind of nice. All right. These diamond files really blow through this PCB material. Gotta be a little careful. Just be gentle. This is a bummer, man. Hey, does anybody else have this T-Motor F7 20x20? Did you have this same, or do you have this same issue? Let me see what that looks like. I guess I got to try to get my hands on a second one of these to see if it's got the same issue. Which is fine. I'm down with that, as long as this flight controller doesn't like blow up immediately or anything weird like that, you know. What am I doing? Get that out of there. All right, let me see what that looks like. That one's centered. That one's centered. Oh yeah, that's definitely better. That's way better. Oh, I can even put it down. Oh yeah, I can just push it down there. Okay, cool. So if I do that, yeah, I need to take off a little bit more material. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more from the outside of these guys. And again, I'm being like super gentle, just trying to take off tiniest little bit at a time. Because again, if you're filing on a PCB like this and you go too deep, you'll hit traces, and that shit ain't good. Alright, that looks a little better. Let's hit this side here though a little bit. That one, and then this one. I just want to take a little bit more off. Oops. This is insane. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. Nope, that's not around. That's very like oblong. I got too much material in this one spot here. Better. And I don't see any copper. Usually when you file into a trace, like you'll see it. You'll see the copper of the trace. But I'm not seeing any, so should be totally fine. Put these back in here, and we'll see how it fits now. That wasn't too bad. I mean, I don't know. For somebody that's been building forever, it's not too bad. But like for somebody new, I really would not want to be, especially like this is an expensive flight controller. I really don't expect to have to do that on like a $50 flight controller. You know what I'm saying? Like if this flight controller is made by a company called HackRC. HackRC stuff seems to actually be okay, but what a terrible name. I would maybe expect to have to do this, but I don't know. Not from what I consider to be like a premium flight controller, you know? But hey. Many things in this hobby are a pain in the ass like this. I mean, I feel like everything used to be like this. And we've gotten a little spoiled in recent years from the quality control actually improving. Which is probably why this is kind of like jarring that I'm having to do this. I mean, you know. At least it's not Kiss, though. They've expected you to do this shit from day one. It's in every single one of Steel's build videos. It's just like, Jesus Christ, really? Wow. Okay, let's see how it fits. And way, way, way better. Yeah, that's the way it should fit. Now the grommets aren't getting all bunched up. And there's actual movement. I could have probably taken a little more off, to be honest. It's still a little bit tight. But it's definitely better. It's way, 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 way better. So I'm going to leave it there. I think that's good enough. Looks like that one is kind of shifted that way. So yeah, I wish I'd taken a little bit more material off this one here. But flight controller still has good motion up and down. And it now does move left and right, which is good, and which is also left and right covers front and back. So yeah, I think this is good enough. So let me get the ESC cable run under. Well, I mean, it is just this one. Hold on. Real quick. Real quick, real quick, real quick. Whoop! And whoop! It's just this one that I should have removed more material on. A little bit better. There it is. Fuck! Now I am into the goddamn trace, though. Hold on, let me look with the loop. Yeah, I hit a trace on top. God damn it. Hopefully it's fine. Sometimes it's okay when that happens. I mean, there will be a rubber grommet. Let me just clean it up a little bit. There will be a rubber grommet. The fear is that you've hit 2 layers of traces and you've pulled, and they're jumping, and they're gonna jump between one another because you're in the hole with the file and you're like pulling and pushing, you know. So I'm gonna stop filing there, and hopefully we're fine, but maybe not. We'll put power to it and see what happens. I don't really drink anymore, Doom, to be honest with you. It just fucks my stomach up so bad. Like, I'll drink a little bit with Maggie or whatnot, but like I'll stop after like 1 usually, just because my stomach is a hot mess, which is partially caused by anxiety, partially caused by probably IBS. But I don't know, like I could probably at some point, if I can get some goddamn health insurance again, I could probably go to the doctor and get a pill for the IBS side of things. But, you know, alcohol is kind of expensive, and I just take it as an opportunity to not drink poison, you know, because, like, alcohol is literally poison and all. So, yeah. All right, well, I'm very curious as to whether or not this flight controller is now blown up, so I'm going to put power to it, and let's see if it explodes. So this is a Vifly V2. This is what you want for a smoke stopper. I'm going to leave it on 1 amp. The camera doesn't need to be plugged in, that's fine. We've got cable here, cable there, so we're going to feed it voltage. This Vifly does have an on-off button, which is just fantastic. So we're going to hit that on-off button, and hopefully we don't get smoke again over here. 3, 2, 1. All right, so it tripped the 1 amp fuse, which is totally fine. We're going to hit the button, which kicks the blue light on, puts it onto 2 amp mode, and we're going to do it again. 3, 2, 1. Hey. So we're not getting beeps number 4 and 5. Let's see what's going on with the flight software. Could be a RPM filter issue. Oh yeah, it is. This is a brand new ESC that does not have an RPM filter version of Betaflight on it. So that makes sense. The new configurator finished downloading, verifying, or motor protocol not selected. Yeah, good call. Right, 9. Let me get rid of the old version of Betaflight and replace with the new one. And it doesn't work. Or does it? Or does it? There it goes. All right, so that's configuring. Oh. Well, now I can't go to Betaflight until it's done configuring. I'm sure it's a motor protocol issue. The important thing is that it didn't shoot fire out of the ESC, so we're probably good to go. Let's, while that's verifying, let's put some nuts on here and get it ready. For destruction. Oh man, this is exciting. I'm gonna have a basher again. And I need to bug Patrick to bring that PC laptop over so I can get the budget rig back up in the air on that AM32 ESC. And then I'll have the basher rig and the budget rig. And those are basically going to be my rigs that I fly freestyle with. I'm not gonna be flying freestyle with the third Truex 5-inch rig, because that has become my backup rig on when I go on flying gigs. All right, get the ESC dropped down first. Okay. All right, that's looking good. Try to get these. When I use these nylon nuts, try to really give them a good little bit of oomph on the when I crank them down, so that they'll so that they won't back off. They love to back off. Hey, there's Beta Flight. Open, please. All right, cool. So we're gonna figure out in a second what's going on with where the third and where the fourth and fifth beeps are. So that motor wire is pushing up into the flight controller. I don't want that. So let me try this little trick. I'm just gonna pull it up in here. Again, just doing a little bit more wire management here. I like to have a little bit of extra motor wire on here. And then you just gotta make sure you have it kind of like tucked away so it doesn't touch the flight controller. All right. Yeah, and now the flight controller is even better from that little bit of extra material that I removed. So we're good here. We'll get these tiny little annoying ass M2 nuts onto the flight controller. And another one goes here. These are the 2mm thick. I'm using 3 2mm thick M2 plastic nuts, and then 1 1mm thick on the front corner. I did that originally because I was using a micro camera in here, and it was getting a little close to the hardware on this front corner. Now that I'm using a nano camera, it doesn't really matter, but I'm just being lazy about replacing the I ran a shorter piece of hardware on this front corner to really just reduce any chance that the camera plug would hit the hardware, and I'm just being lazy about replacing that. I mean, there's also kind of no reason to replace it. Like, it'll be fine with a little 1mm tall nut. So I'm just getting this back nut cranked down the right amount. We've talked about that ad nauseum at this point. Now I'm going to do the same thing with these two on the motor 1 and 2 side. Get this guy cranked down. All right, that's looking pretty good. You want these nuts to be just tight enough, not too tight, not too loose. If they're too tight, you'll see them squishing the shit out of the rubber grommet. You don't want that. If they're too loose, they'll just back off and they'll just fall off. So it's pretty easy to know if they're too loose, because you'll lose them. I would rather put them on too loose and then lose them and then just replace them than the alternative. That's looking pretty good. All right, so let's figure out the beta flight things. Let's get our 4th and 5th beeps back. What do you say? Powered up here, and let's get connected. Wow, that's weird looking. STM virtual COM port and FS mod. What the fuck? Apply custom defaults. Oh. Connect. Okay, cool. Calibrate accelerometer, and look at that. We're on 4.3.0. 10.8 debug 2DCA1E72. Cool, so let's just go through it. This wanted me to put the crossfire on port 1, so we're going to hit serial RX here on UART1. And then the instructions had us put VTX control onto UART3. So on UART3, we're going to go to IRC Tramp. And might as well hook up ESC telemetry, no reason not to. It's on the plug header, and that's on UART4. So UART4, we're going to go ESC, save and reboot. Don't want your nuts too loose, indeed, Steady Eddie. I'm going to get caught up on chat in a second. All right, B-Man says he used this F7 on his squirt and didn't have this issue. So that's good. This, whatever the run that I got in. Well, so I got this one from FPV Crate. So I guess there's a chance that T-Motor sold FPV Crate a bunch of these that didn't get perfectly drilled. Maybe, maybe not. That could be total nonsense. Okay, they changed this shit all around, huh? Wow, okay. Okay. Where the hell's the little D-shot section? What? Wow, I'm so uncomfortable right now. Where is it? Where's the D-shot section up here? Well, I mean, I guess it's not a D-shot section. It's just a... What? Just gonna start changing shit. I can turn... Oh no, I want the accelerometer. I can turn off the barometer and the magnetometer. Where's the ESC protocol section? What the fuck? It's in the motors tab. What the shit? Makes a lot more sense to put it there. 180 beeper configuration, sure. Air mode not permanently on. Telemetry on. OSD on. Dynamic filter on. Great. What else? I think the flight controller is mounted. Normally, I don't think I need to change the gyro orientation. All right, let's just keep going through the tabs. Great. Power and battery, nothing really new in here. Looks like they just changed it around a little bit. Let's go to motors. Look at this. There it is. All right, motor direction is reversed. Cool. And yeah, it's full-blown disabled. So we'll put it on the D-Shot 600. Turn on bidirectional. Hit OK. Look at this. Save and reboot. Cool. And you know what? While I'm thinking about it, let's do BL 32 because I just turned on. Oh man. No, it's fine. I just turned on bidirectional, and this ESC does not have a version of BL 32 that supports that. So as we could just hear, I'm still only getting the first 3 beeps. So let's just take care of this first. Okay. There we go. And we're going to go to ESC flash up top here. Flash, it's at... No, I'm going to come down to 32.7 because 32.8 is still having weird shit going on. Right now, this ESC is on 32.4. Holy shit. All right, let's get it to 32.7. No, I don't want to do that. I just want you to do what I'm telling you to do, please. Fine. Okay, great. Now will you do what I'm asking? Nope, you won't. You piece of shit bastard. Okay. Hold on. Why won't it let... Never mind. Uh... 32.8.1.2 released 3 days ago. Fine, whatever. The stream where everything got updated. Great! I can't believe it won't let me flash the goddamn ESCs without updating. That's very annoying. Okay. Verifying. Finishing. Delete the existing version. Oh, come on. Great. Let's push the power button to turn the quad off. Make sure the ESC doesn't get too hot. And come into applications. Get rid of BL-Holly32. And here comes the new one. All right. Let's see. Big exciting moment. How long will this one take to verify? Let me get caught up on stream. Chat, rather. Nightly build, blah, blah, blah. Bob Noxious made it. What's up, dude? Frank Nicholas says maybe the frame is off. Nope, I've had multiple flight controllers in this frame, and they've been good to go. Open, yeah. FPV had them on sale. Bought one, but haven't used it. B-Man says, F7, we got that. Moto Dirksen says, stay away from Hack RC stuff. Updated beta flight on mine and lost black box because it uses Maytech beta flight target. What the fuck? I've actually had okay luck with Hack RC stuff, weirdly. All right, let's put power to it again with the power button. Connect. And check. And ESC flash, 32.7, flash selected ESC. Hey, now we're talking. Random FPV says, 59 watching, 29 thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up. Coffee drink, shard all over you. Indeed, random. Rocksteady says, yo, I'm excited to start my glide build, but I'm sure you're going to hate it. It's okay, though. I won't hate it, Rock. Maybe I'll hate it. I'll probably hate it. Steady Eddie says, I want your nuts too loose late night. Riot9 says, auto reconnected, no selected. It's in motor now. Yeah, we got that. Cool. Okay, good to go. We're all caught up. Kevin Sumner says, the RX protocol is now in the receiver tab. I mean, you know, makes me uncomfortable when things change, but they're probably changing it for the better. I don't know. Just because I'm used to it being somewhere else doesn't mean jack shit. Jack shitty shit. ESC3 being updated to 32.7. Let me, since I'm on here, let me see if I can find the nightly version of 32.8 that has the corrected RPM filtering. So there's an issue with the regular 32.8 BL-Heli 32 firmware that so I guess that would be here, Rev 32.8.2 test code. Oh yeah, 23 days ago. Where the RPM filtering doesn't work right, which is an issue. So let me just take a look at this right here. Requires, okay, noise level, D-shot, okay, beta flight dynamic filtering. When was this? Um, 3 days ago, 32.8 point. Oh no, that's BL-Heli Suite. Is that the version that I'm running? Hey, look at that. Is that the version that I'm running? BL-Heli, what? 32XM 64. 1.0.3.2. What the hell does that mean? All right, ESCs are updated. That is great. But I think I'm going to update them again. Where's the goddamn... Here we go. Rev 32.8.2. That's what I'm looking for. 32.8.2. Oh, but wait. This is not the... is this the... Maybe this is... Maybe this version of the configurator has the new... Has the new corrected 32.8 on it. 32.8.1.2 added hex file for blah 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 blah. Latest release. Added simple RPM noise test to motors tab. That's pretty cool. I don't think so. I think you have to... Well, no, this is the goddamn... Oh, do they not let you download the hexes? No, that's right. The hexes are built into the actual configurator. So which one did I get? 64 10 1032. I feel like I didn't get this. Wait a second, that's not what I wanted to click. 1032, there we go, 1032. Okay, so I think I'm good. 29.4 megs, 27.9 megs, but it's the same file name. BLHeli suite 32 XM underscore Mac OS 64 1032. Yeah, and then that matches up with... No, it doesn't. But it's this file, so I should be fine. All right, so I'm gonna put it up to 32.8. Ah, shit! I gotta turn power on. Ah, fuck! Come on. Check. And now we're gonna go to 32.8. I hope this is yeah, I hope this is good. 812. I mean, it was released 3 days ago, so I have a feeling it's fine. Here we go. So on August 31st, they talked about it. So 32.8.2 test code requires, okay, greatly reduced noise level and D-shot real-time ERPM data. More accurate data. Okay. So, all right. It sounds like this is the one. Relaxed stall protection mode. That's interesting. New setting for DMAG compensation has had very high, has been added very high. Interesting. New setting for low RPM power. Settings intended for large low kV motors. All right, so that's not us. New setting for PWM frequency high is added called by RPM. What? In this mode, motor PWM frequency is adjusted in a way that it stays away from the problematic motor commutation frequencies. That's pretty cool. So for the PWM frequency high, we can put it on by RPM. Huh. That's interesting. Huh. I'm tempted to turn that on, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna do 24 to 48, and I'm going to fly this rig and make sure that the motors don't get hot. Rocksteady says, ever tried putting an Immortal T between the arms and sandwich plate? Any problem doing it that way? The only problem doing it that way is that you're cutting down on the amount of range that you're going to have. The antenna is not going to work nearly as well in this location because you've got carbon in between the top and bottom of it. It's going to work way better. I don't know if way better, but it's going to work better in the rear the way that I normally do it, like you see on this other rig. The nice thing about running it here is that it's really durable. Like this Immortal T in this location will never get into the props. It just never does. As evidenced by the fact that the little end caps are still on. You know, these little rubber end caps, that you lose them on like your first battery when you have the Immortal T mounted anywhere but in the middle here. I really like it mounted in the middle, but from like a durability standpoint, but you definitely do lose a little bit of range. So, you know, I mean, if you're using like the big Crossfire, if you're using like the big Crossfire Lite or the, you know, the full size module, and you like crank it up to 1 watt, you'd probably be fine unless you're trying to do long range shit, which, you know, that's not a long range antenna location. So yeah, love it there, but well, it's not giving me that option. That's weird. Whatever. Yeah, if it's a hardcore freestyle rig, I love that location for you. If it's a long-range rig, I hate that location for you. Turning up the beacon volume, turning down the beacon delay to 3 minutes. PWM low, 24. PWM high, 48. Brake on stop at 100%. I turned the startup beep volume down just because there's no reason for the rig to scream and yell. And then I think I pretty much leave everything else alone. Motor timing I put onto auto. Motor direction. We might need to fuck with. We probably will need to fuck with motor direction. God damn it. So let's write this setup. And then we're gonna come into motors. And we're gonna see what direction the motors are spinning. Understand the risk. And we're gonna take the main tab and move it up a little bit and see which direction these fellas are spinning. Motor 4 is correct. Motor 3 is incorrect. Motor 2 is correct. Motor 1 is incorrect. So motors 1 and 3 need to go the opposite direction. Alright, and we're going to come back in here to ESC setup, and we're going to connect. I'll be very patient here. Alright, we're going to check, and we're going to reverse motors 1 and 3. So we're going to uncheck motors 2, 3, and 4, motor direction from normal to reversed, right setup. Okay, and then we're going to turn on motor 3, turn off motor 1, motor direction normal to reversed, right setup. And now we're going to paint their silver pants blue. Hey! All right, understand the risks. Couple little notches here, and we've got motor 4 is still correct. Motor 3 is not correct. Motor 1 is correct. Motor 2 is now incorrect. So motors 2 and 3 are in the wrong location. So motors 2 and 3 need to get moved in beta flight. Oh wow, no, all the motors need to get moved in beta flight. Motor 1 is in the wrong spot. 1 is wrong. 2 is wrong. They're all wrong. 3 is wrong. 4 is wrong. Interesting. But I can at least fix it in here, because what did I say? Motors 2 and 3 of it. So this one here is correct. That one there is correct. This one's wrong. And that one's wrong. Oh, but wait, which ones are they? Hold on. Why is that going on? Oh, it just popped the smoke stopper. That's cool. Fuck it. I'll fix the goddamn motor locations in Betaflight first. And apparently there's a new thing to do that, so let's see what that looks like. Connect, and then motors. Where's the reorder motors? There we go. Remove all props. I understand the risks. Start. Check the spinning motor. That is right front. That is left front. It just popped the smoke stopper. Again. God damn it. I'm just going to take a guess that that was going to be the right rear. And then I'm going to guess there. Let's see if that worked. Okay. Man, it spun the motors hard. I understand the risks. Motor 1. Motor 1's correct. Motor 2. Motor 2 is correct. Motor 3 is correct. Motor 4 is correct. Cool! Well, that was easy. Jesus. Thanks, Betaflight. And BL Heli. Let's see if they're spinning the right direction. Motor 1 is correct. Motor 2 is incorrect. 3 is incorrect. 4 is correct. So 2 and 3. 2 and 3 need to change directions. I'm also noticing that the right rear stator is a 2400 kV stator, which is kind of interesting. What does this motor direction thing say? Will this help me out? No! No way. Will this backfeed into jib jab? Click on motor numbers individually to change the spin direction. Jesus Christ, it's spinning them so fast! Why are you spinning it so fast? Motor 1 is wrong now, all of a sudden. Oh, because I fixed it in BL Heli. Well, I think I'd rather fix it in BL Heli. I'm gonna fix it in BL Heli. Because I already fixed the 1 in BL Heli, you know? Well, that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty fucking cool that that you can do that within Betaflight. That's really, really nice. Damn. That's really cool. Or what I could do is put this one back in here. So it's motor 1, I think, that I changed, right? It doesn't look like it's stuck in here. Motor 1 still shows normal motor rotation. What did 2 and 3 were wrong? Whatever. I'm just gonna fix 2 and 3. Put those to reversed. No, that's stupid. I'm gonna fix them in fucking Betaflight. It's fine. But I do want to confirm that these are all set to normal, so I don't have any weirdness. Yeah, they're all set to normal. Okay, cool. Fuck it. I'm gonna fix it in Betaflight. No, that's cool. I like that. Maybe it does overwrite the settings, RC Ritter. Yeah, good call. Very cool. I wish it didn't spin the motor so goddamn hard, but whatever. Understand the risks. Okay, so 1 is incorrect. 2 is correct. 3 is incorrect. 4 is correct. So 1 and 3. 1 and 3. And now it's good to go. Wow! Wow! Fuck! Look at that! Oh, that's so cool! Okay. So now if I go on the master, They should be right. Oh, it tripped the smoke stopper. Oh. Okay. Come on! Stop tripping the smoke stopper. Alright, let's just slowly turn this up. Slowly. Come on, guys. Easy. God damn it. It hits them all at once. When all 4 motors hit at once, there we go. Okay, it's because I was trying to inch it up too slow. Okay, 1 is correct, 2 is correct, 3 is correct, 4 is correct. I'll be goddamned. Wow, beta flight. About fucking time, but you know, better late than never, right? Wow, we can reorder the motors and the motor direction in here. Son of a bitch. I'm gonna be out of the job soon if they keep adding useful stuff like this. Fuck. Okay, so the motors are now going in the right direction. Battery usage. Graphical? What is that? Oh my god, look at all this shit. Oh, what? OSD symbol to show when pitch is approaching vertical. Well, that's weird. What the hell does that look like? Oh, it's just a little letter U. That's weird. Look at all this shit in the OSD. Jesus. Let me keep going through. Let me keep going through this in order, though. Okay, so I could. Where are the extra sliders? They're in expert mode, okay. I mean, I could start using the sliders, but man, I don't know about that. Ah, fuck it, we'll try it. I'm gonna try to use the goddamn sliders. Where is stick response? There's stick response. So let's turn that all the way down, and then we'll just kick it up a tiny little bit. Something just happened to my neck, and now it hurts like hell. So I got that going for me. Feed forward transition, we're going to max that out to 1 for maximum smoothing. What the hell? Averaging? With this parameter, the feed forward term can be reduced near the center of the sticks. Yep, that's what the transition is. Value represents a point. Yeah, I got that. I need to know what these new values are. Come on, tell me about the new values. There it is. What? Okay. Following options for fine-tuning feed forward. Mode, set to off or race. There's no mode option. Where's mode? Averaging, 2 point, smooth. There's no mode. Okay. So they changed the name from mode to averaging. I got it. Off for race, 2 point averaging for race fast freestyle, 3 point averaging for HD recording, 4 point for HD cinematic smoothness. Okay. So let's put this to 2 point. I don't want to go too nuts. What else we got? Smoothness limits the amount of change that any one incoming radio step can make. Increase for smoother feed forward signal, decrease for more aggressive feed forward responses. Interesting. And then boost helps overcome motor lag with quick stick inputs, can increase jitter. Try 10 for HD, 20 for racers. So I'm going to kick this down to 10. Interesting. Cool. 661 says add transition to 0.2. No, transition is always at 1.0. That's really important for me. I've been flying feed forward transition all the way maxed out since the dawn of time. So with this shit, I'll run a little bit more feed forward, but I mean, I'm not gonna run a lot because I've tested feed forward a million times, and the footage just doesn't look good. It really exaggerates every single little mistake that you make on the sticks. Realistically, I'll probably end up turning it off, but I'll give it a little bit of a try here. So what is damping? So damping is just going to move D-min up and down, so that's good. So we're going to crank this up to 1.2, which is going to basically, yeah, so that looks good. Tracking adjusts the P and the I. That's interesting. The I gains are already pretty aggressive. I don't typically increase the I gain, so I'm actually going to leave that alone. Dynamic damping, which is just the Dmax adjustment. I am going to crank that up, and I'm going to actually back off this general damping because I don't want the D-mins to be quite so high. 33 and 37 is actually higher than I usually run those D-mins at, so this is looking better. And then drift wobble controls just I gain, right? Yep, so we're going to leave that at 1. Pitch damping is at 1.15. Oh, so that's cool. So that adjusts. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? You didn't give me a way to break out. This is, I don't like this. This should these two sliders, this pitch damping and pitch tracking, this should just be the one slider. This should just be ratio. This should just be roll to pitch ratio. This is stupid how they did this. I get why they did this, but this I don't like this. Because this is going to force a bunch of extra pitch I gain in. You know what? That's actually kind of fine, though. That's fine. So I'm going to kick this up a bunch. I find for freestyle rigs to really get the pitch axis under control, you got to... Oh, man, this is really adding a lot of I gain. Jesus. I'm going to end up going back to using the individual values. I don't like the sliders. This is why I don't like the sliders. Yeah, I don't love this. There's so much I gain in there now. What the hell? Like I need the P, I need at least 10 extra points of P gain. I really like an extra 15 or even 20 points of P gain on the pitch axis. And like I can kind of get there. All right, I'm going to leave this at 1.25. I don't want that pitch I gain to go anywhere above 100. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to basically do the same thing. Put it up to 1.25. Yeah, so pitch damping, pitch tracking up at 1.25. That gives me the split that I'm usually looking for of roll versus pitch. Interesting. And then the master slider is going to move everything. We're going to leave that at 1.0. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, at this point, with this many sliders, it's kind of easier just to do it by the numbers. I've done it by the numbers forever. I'm actually more comfortable just using the numbers, but I'll give this a shot. I mean, I've basically just used the sliders to get me to the numbers that I'm comfortable with. Although this is actually a little high. This is a little high. But, I don't know. Probably be fine. Dynamic damping gain in advance going up to 50. I-term relax coming down to 10. Anti-gravity, we're going to move up to 4. And it now includes P gain, which is just absolutely fantastic. Smooth mode. This is all looking fine. All right, we're going to save this. Put my rates in here. Actual. Center sensitivity down at 10, as low as it'll go. Max rotational up at 800. I've actually been increasing that lately. And then expo at 0.8. Actually, I'm going to try... No, yeah, 0.8. Throttle expo, I have been adding a little bit of that at 0.2, and then the midpoint is usually right around 0.3. but I can confirm that in the OSD. Just making sure I haven't been feeding power to the quad this whole time. Gyro RPM filter, harmonics down to 2, minimum frequency up to 200. Dynamic notch now works a little bit differently. So, I don't know. That's a really high Q value. Higher value makes it narrower. I'm going to bring the notch count down to 0, like we're used to doing. I'm going to move this minimum frequency down, like I'm used to doing, to 85, and then the max to 350. Yaw low pass filter is now on by default, which is pretty cool. In theory, I can turn off the gyro low pass filter, but this is the basher rig, so instead I'm going to leave it on, and I'm just going to pull these sliders up to 1.2. Other than this dynamic notch Q being all the way up at 500, this is the standard, this is my standard filtering setup that has worked really, really well for me. It's enough filtering to really beat the hell out of the rig, but not so much filtering that it's removed enough filtering that you've sort of I don't know. It's late. I can't talk anymore. It has taken advantage of the big gains in reducing filter latency, but it's not pushing it so far that it's a problem. So we're going to go S-Bus, and then CRSF. We're going to go to TAER. RSSI channel is going to be disabled. Stick low 1,000. Stick high 2,000. A little bit of deadband. A little bit of deadband. RC smoothing. Oh wow, it's all the way up at 30 by default now. It used to be defaulted at 10 and I would move it to 20. So I'm going to leave it on 30. Damn, it feels like a lot, but save and reboot. And let's keep moving. Arm is on aux 1 all the way in this direction. Horizon is on aux 2 as an oh shit switch. Beeper is on aux 3 all the way down. We got a little bit of air mode. That's going on aux 2 in the middle and all the way forward. Flip over after crash is going on aux 3 in the middle. Launch control is going on to aux 2 in the middle just for funsies. And then, where the hell's black box? Did I miss black box? Not black box erase, regular black box. That's going to go on aux 2 in the middle as well. And we're good to go. Dynamic idle, I haven't been bothering to do it. Rocksteady says, why make the 20 by 20 mounting holes M2? Because some flight controllers have, some flight controllers are drilled M2. So if Bob had made them M3, then there'd be some flight controllers that wouldn't work up in the front. It's always safer to drill something M2. It's always safer to drill a frame M2, and then you can just run a an adapter. I don't know why I'm going through these motors. I think I did everything in here, right? Yeah. OSD, I'm just going to copy and paste over. VTX, looks like it's already on Tramp. That's kind of cool. But we are going to load the Lewis script. Quads and come on, VTX tables. Tramp. There we go. Save it. low power disarm on until first arm, and then I always just drop in R8 and save that. And that is pretty much it, folks. Let's move black box down to 1K. Debug mode needs to be gyro filtered. There it is. And onboard flash, save and reboot. Chris Croft says they need to make M4 to M2 gummies. They used to. Airbot used to sell them. I snagged all of them that they had, and then they never restocked them. Me snagging all of them that they had was like 3 whole sets of them. Yeah. To which I hoard. What are the 2 things that we changed in the CLI? Thrust linear and what's the other one? What's the other one? God damn it. Get thrust linear. We're going to just add like 10 points of that. Just a little bit. Set thrust linear equals 10. What's the other? God damn it. What's the other thing that we add in CLI? God damn it. It's thrust linear and is it RPM? Is it get RPM? It's the PID sum. That's it. Thanks, guys. Get PID sum. Okay, we're gonna crank the PID sum up a little bit. Give the PID loop a little bit more authority. Set PID sum limit equals 800 for roll and pitch. And then set PID sum limit for yaw is going to be 100 below that. Set 700. Save. And there we go. I'm surprised that in this new version of the configurator, PID sum is not in the PID tuning tab. Let me grab my OSD. Shit. Might as well just finish this all the way up. All right, there we go. Come into the CLI, copy it and paste it. Ooh, shitters. All right. OSD. Here we go. Let's change it to NTSC. That's most of my stuff, but I need to add a couple things. So angle pitch, I love that. That's a nice little thing to put up here in the top right corner. And then battery current draw. There's a good one right over here. And then we need LQ, but I need to move RSSI around a little bit. So let's get LQ going here. Where the hell is it? There it is, link quality. All right, put that there. And let me just slide it over a little bit. Yeah, I'll slide RSSI over a little bit too. And last but not least, throttle position. There it is. And we're gonna put that right there. All right, let me move it over a little bit. One more. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, fuck it. What is all this other shit, man? Look at all this stuff in here. Battery usage, graphical remaining. What the fuck is that? That bar. So that's that bar. Oh, graphical used. Percentage is interesting. Huh? Percentage remaining, percentage used. That's pretty cool. Huh? I'm not gonna use it, but it's pretty cool. British units. What? What's that mean? That's interesting. Alarms on RSSI, that's good. I do want to turn on the warnings for RSSI and RSSI DBM and link quality. I don't know. This is the other reason that I lost that rig in the goddamn ocean, is for some reason they've turned off the LQ and the RSSI warnings in here, and I never noticed that. So I'm now turning those back on so that I don't have to stare at the fucking LQ. They probably turned them off because of false positives, but like, fuck a false positive. I'd rather have a false positive and not have $700 in the goddamn Charleston Bay Harbor. For fuck's sake. Also, if I'd had those warnings on, I would have known about the weirdness with dynamic power. So, yeah. Alright, this looks pretty good. This is all nonsense. Whatever, it's fine. Did somebody say, I think I read in the chat that there's different fonts? Upload the font again? I think they're new items. Upload the font again. What's that mean? Upload what font again? Nah, I'm just leaving the font alone. I think that's it. Tethered login, disconnect, configuration. This looks fine. Accelerometer. D-shot beacon is on. Yeah, should be good. Ooh, that's cool, 661. CLI setting for when it alarms for link quality. That's cool. Now that I've been turning those back on, I don't find that it gives me link quality warnings too often. I think I've only seen it once. Cool, so we're good. This rig is done. Yeah, it's not on fire yet, so let's give it full voltage and see if that gets it to blow up. Ready, go! Well, that's not great. Where are the 4th and 5th beeps? What? The flight controller's not getting power. What? So here's a quick check you can do. Feed the flight controller power through USB, and then plug in. So now I get all the beeps. What the fuck? Hold on. Wasn't it giving me the 5 beeps on the Wi-Fi? No. Flight controller's not getting power. Or it's getting power and the 5-volt BEC blew up. Are you fucking kidding me? Flight controller's not getting hot. All right, hold on. Let me make sure I have the VBAT. Let me make sure I have the ESC sending VBAT rather than sending 5 volt. Yeah, no, I have it on the right one, according to this. Um... Plug header, maybe? You motherfucker. Battery plus, third one down, battery plus, and then 5 volt. Third one over, battery plus. Light controller. Ground on the outside, battery plus 1 in. Ground on the outside, battery plus 1 in. Oh, is there like a goddamn jumper that I didn't jump? No, I did jump a jumper. I jumped a jumper. The fuck? And the jumper is jumped because it's powering the receiver. So that's good. Is there another jumper that I needed to jump? No. Well. Well. I need to see if VBAT is coming out of the ESC. Yeah. Envy of the Birds with a $20 super chat. Thank you, brother. He says, sorry for your troubles. This is the problem with 100% digital. Yeah, feeding the flight controller 5 volt into a 5 volt pad, unfortunately you lose the you lose your voltage in the OSD, which sucks a bag of dicks. But we were talking previously on a stream about you might be able to get around that by using ESC telemetry for it, but I don't know if it's going to be the same update frequency. I'm trying to think if there's any other way of doing this without a multimeter. I hate using a multimeter. I mean, it's a goddamn plug header from the goddamn ESC. I mean, maybe it's the CA. Maybe the CA fucked up the thing somehow. That would really suck. Right now, what I'm thinking is maybe this VBAT wire backed out a little bit or something. Maybe. Nope. That's good. It's in there. Get that plugged back in. Let's give it another try. Nope. Well, I quit FPV. This is it. This is the moment. I give up. I'm done. It's not worth it anymore. Can't even get a simple goddamn 5-inch rig. Come on, man. Why you gotta make me work so fucking hard? Basher rig. Why you gotta make me do this? Why can't you just work? Alright, let's check the pins in here. Nah, they're all fine. So let let me check the positive. Yeah, no, it's in there. It's in there. So maybe when that other flight controller shit the bed, it grenaded the ESC's feedback output. That doesn't make any sense, but I don't know. Stranger things have happened. Let's just get this plugged in again. Let me just check that. Again, these plugs are kind of awful, so the chance that the plug just wasn't seated all the way before we go ham on any other troubleshooting paths. No, of course not. I don't have it in me to keep going. It's too late. Maybe I do. Let's see.
諦めんなよ。諦めんなお前。どうしてそこでやめるんだそこで。もう少し頑張ってみろよ。ダメやめ諦めたら。周りのことを思うよ。応援してる人たちのことを思ってみろって。あともうちょっとのところなんだろ。俺だってこのマイナス10度のところ、しじみが取れるって頑張ってんだよ。絶対やってみろ。必ず目標達成できる。だからこそ、ネバーギブアップ。
I'm giving up. I mean, the problem is the getting the multimeter onto like these little motherfuckers is hard, and like sometimes I'll cheat it and put it on the posts in the back, but if you slip, you can bridge them and then they'll blow up. There's just not like a good easy way to multimeter this this plug header. So what I'm gonna have to do is pull the red and black wires out of this connector. Which is a fucking pain in the ass, and I absolutely hate to do that because these plugs go into these connectors in such a dumbass way. But I can't think of an easier way of doing it. I don't think that there is one, to be completely honest. God damn it, dude. Let me get the flight controller up and off a little bit. I'll just lift this flight controller up ever so slightly. I'm trying to untwist the wire bundle here. Nah, you know, I need to pull the flight controller all the way off. Oh my god. FPV, they said. It'll be great, they said. Oh, I could have, this could be the results of the filing. I might have grenaded the ESC. I'm sorry, the flight controller, when I filed those holes out. So, alright. Let's pull these out of here. Man, I hate doing this. God, I hate to have to pull these wires out of these connectors. It's just not good for them. It just weakens them. Weakens these little plastic tabs. It weakens the little metal latches on the little ends. But I can't think of another way to multimeter this. this full voltage out from the ESC to see if the flight controller is or isn't getting VBAT. So here we go. This guy's safe. Yeah. Just hovering up there. All right. We are going to figure this shit out. Fuck you. The batteries on the goddamn... No, there we go. I was going to say. I thought the batteries on the multimeter were dead. All right, what do we got? Yep, 22.1 volts. Yep, so the 5 volt BEC on the flight controller shit the bed. Fuck you. What the fuck, dude? What is going on with this build? Why has this build now blown up 3 5 volt Becks on the flight controllers in a row with completely different ESCs? What the fuck? I'm gonna unplug the VTX and I'm gonna plug this back in and see what happens. That's not gonna do anything because the VTX is being powered by the goddamn ESC. I have no idea. I don't understand. I don't understand. Wow. Although I don't think it blew up the 5 volt because the flight controller is not getting hot. If the 5 volt was blown up on the flight controller, it would be getting hot. Let me give it voltage again. See what happens. I'll make sure this is hanging out. Kitten, get out of my way. Come on. I'm not in the mood for your bullshit. Yeah, see, the flight controller is not getting hot. And usually when 5 volt BECs go, they get really hot. What the fuck? None of this makes any sense. Yeah, I don't know. Riot9 with a 420 Australian super chat. He says, F this hobby. Yeah. Yeah. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Obnoxious says solder bridges. That's a good call. Let me take a look at the flight controller with a loop and make sure that there's not a blob of solder. And it's maybe the flight controller has one of those fancy don't explode things on it. If there's a bridge, you know what I mean? Good call. Let's take a look. Kitten, get the fuck out of here. God, I'm so fucking tired of you sometimes. Let's see. That looks fine. That looks fine. Yeah, that all looks okay. Ground going to ground, 5 volt going to 5 volt. Ground to ground, power to power. Yep. That all looks fine. How about the bottom of the board? Yeah, bottom of the board looks fine too. 5 volt jumper. I'm gonna sleep on it. I find it always helps me out to just give it a break. I've been at it for a while. Give it a rest for the night, and then I'll come back at it either tomorrow or Wednesday. We're gonna figure it out. The fact that the flight controller is not getting hot is a really good thing. Strange. What's up, Zanakis? How are you, man? Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna take a minute. Walk away. Figure it out on Wednesday. Here comes some flying. Hope you like it. So the little spot during the pandemic. And thanks for hanging out, friends. God damn it. Sometimes if I take a break for a bit too, I'll just have like an epiphany in the middle of the night. So yeah, here's some flying. Love you guys. See you on Wednesday, right? Tonight's Monday? Yeah, Wednesday, 8 o'clock. Be there or be square. Be there or I'll cut you. What have you been flying, DJ? Here's some flying. Love you. Goodbye.